Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ham Radio Basics Live, Season 2, Episode 26, Ham Radio News and Updates, 8/21/2024. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties trying to log on. Didn't have the intro tonight. Normally I do. No idea. No idea what was going on with all that. Just kind of like one of those things. White Point, New England, welcome. Andy, welcome. And Cooley, welcome. Good seeing you guys tonight. Excuse me for a second. I actually have several things to talk about tonight. First, all right. First thing I wanted to go ahead and share is this. We're going to look both at Twitter and at my Facebook account. Some of you probably know I sold my Zygu X6200, and it got sold today, and it was from a gentleman who follows me here out on Ham Radio Basics out on Twitter and purchased it. And absolutely nothing wrong with the radio. It works well. But for me, it's not my cup of tea. 8 watts is not a lot of power. And, I was having problems getting out there. And my antenna was tuned. Welcome, Chris. Good to see you tonight, too. My antenna was SWR was spot on. It was great. And I just wasn't punching through. 8 watts isn't enough to cut it. And I know that sounds petty, another 2 watts and I'm on my 705, but it seems like the 705 has a better kick to it, even with 10 watts. So that's just my whole ball of wax with the 6200. Good luck to those of you that have it. James, welcome. Good to see you tonight. So, that's where that is. That's the whole reason I used it once, and gentleman got a great deal. A very nice guy. Really like him, and I hope you enjoy it. So just kind of wanted to get that up and out of the way here. Mike, KMRD, put out a video about Huntsville, so you definitely want to take a look at it. Mike does a great job when he goes to, Hamcation or Hamvention, when he does these walkthrough videos. It's a great video. Mike does a really good job. He interacts very well with the vendors there and other people. You definitely want to spend a few minutes and watch that. And TO got a 1,000 kilo award today for 1,000 QSOs from the same Parks on the Air entity, and that's from Montesano State Park. Okay, so congratulations to you, Steve. That's a great accomplishment. And our good friend Bob from HOA Ham, he did CHA surveyor adapter for the I think it's the Chameleon antenna right here, and that's a great video, and you need to watch it. He does a great job. Bob gets a lot of products from Chameleon. He has a great working relationship with them, and this worked out really well. Now, speaking of 6200, Jason just got his, and you want to give it a watch here. And again, for me, like I said with the 6200, for me, where I'm at, it doesn't have the impact that I thought it was going to have for me. It's just, I don't want to be on there for hours on end. And like I said, it really was for me. I spent the better part of a Saturday on there, and I made probably like 3 contacts. And I think, I was hearing people fine. And, I was really struggling to get out at 8 watts. And, I never had that problem with 705. In fact, I hooked the 705 up that day. It was like no problems at all. So that's why I ended up doing that. So, but good luck. If you're interested, definitely watch this video from Jason here. Okay. The picture of, picture of Huntsville. And there's several of, you probably recognize several of the gentlemen there. There's Jason right there. So, but yeah, it's a shame that we couldn't go this year, because I had to make the choice. Either we're going to go to Hamvention or to Huntsville, and we went to Hamvention. Next year, we're not going to go to Hamvention. We're going to go to Huntsville instead. And I also know I've never been to Huntsville, and there's a lot to do there because NASA has a nice facility there. And there's a lot to tour around there. So we'll kind of make a vacation of it. Steve did a great video today. He never, I think in this video, I think he actually makes contact with ISS. and he'd never tried that before. So that was kudos to Steve for going out there and putting it on video, something he's never done before, and it's a learning experience. And those make some very good videos right there. Okay. Problem with the Retivus HS4 transceiver. You probably want to take a look at that and kind of give you a little bit of insight of that. Good video from Michael Martin's right here. Help me understand RNX values on antenna analyzer, and that he goes into a great explanation on that. Michael is a fountain of knowledge. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed to him, you definitely want to do that. Okay, is Rapid Radio a scam? And I've seen videos on it before. It is, but people have some good insight, and you probably want to give this one, just give this one a look see here. And of course, this is tonight's for tonight's show. Also tonight, just to let everybody know, we're on Twitter tonight as well too, live. Just because I know I have a lot of followers out on Twitter, and I thought that's a great way for you guys to go ahead and be a part of the show. So thank you for that. And I see, okay. Oh, absolutely, James. Absolutely. 705. I know it's pricey. It's $1,300, but wow. I mean, it's the gold standard for me. I mean, I don't have an Elecraft, but an Elecraft doesn't have the waterfall display like this one does, like 705. That's absolutely why I do it. Gary, welcome. Good to see you tonight too, my friend. All right. Good video from Michael on ham radio camping. There's a lot to be said for that, for when you go out camping and you're doing ham radio. And Michael does a great job with that. He really does. And yeah, this is Michael Martin night. Okay. Picking the best battery. Again, this is probably a good video to bookmark and to watch. And Michael gives you some great tips here on that. And here's another video on Huntsville Hamfest. You probably want to take a look see. Now this, I wanted to draw your attention here. This is my pinned video. The ICOM X60 will be revealed on 8/24/2024. Okay. And of course, this is ICOM's website itself, and it's going to be over in Tokyo at the Hamfest over in Tokyo. So that's something that you definitely want to pay attention to. I think this is going to be, there's my live feed right there. I wanted to move down from that. Don't know what time this is because it's just, I can't translate time from, I know it's on the 24th, and today's the 21st. So, that's Saturday. So it's going to be sometime on Saturday. So we'll find out what the X60 is. A lot of people saying it's going to be like a flex radio, software defined radio. We'll see. But ICOM had put that out there, and I wanted to make you guys aware of this and that this is coming up, and it's going to be this Saturday. So, so stay tuned for that. We'll see what's going on there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go over to Facebook here. Okay. Now apparently, let's move down. Yeah, I don't know why I ended up being there. Okay. Huntsville had a record-breaking crowd at the Hamfest, which was always good. Well, they had a record-breaking crowd at Hamvention this year. They did real well at Hamcation. I didn't take a look at their numbers, but Huntsville broke an all-time record there, and we're anxious to get up there. I really wanted to be able to do that, but we go to Ohio at the end of the year to visit the grandchildren and my children up there. So that's our other vacation that we take during the year. Looks like a great learning opportunity. Learn RF fundamentals, transmission theory, communication systems, components and measurements, and digital modulation. You're learning a lot behind the science behind, what allows us to be able to communicate. It's really kind of invaluable information. Some of it may be over your head. Some of it, with a lot of the math, some of that's over my head as well. But there's some basic fundamentals in courses like these that make it worthwhile to take. So that's something that I would suggest. It's always good, and I really like it. I really, really, really like it when, people pass and get their license and put it out there. That's something to be proud of. That's something to brag about. And congratulations to you, Rick. That was great here. Okay. Why you need WinLink? Zero cellular or Wi-Fi service, only ham radio, sending, receiving email 30 miles from nowhere. Okay. Great video. You definitely want to watch this. WinLink is real. There are some really invaluable skills that you can pick up when you do ham radio and you do it right, especially with WinLink. And that's something I want to learn. I want to learn to be able to do that. And I'm looking forward to trying that sometime. I think that's outstanding right there. This is definitely a video you want to watch for sure. Okay, my mouse is acting up here. Okay. And another one, passes extra right here. That's fantastic. Free online technician ham radio class, August 31st to September 1st, Saturday and Sunday. And it gives you information here, and there's an email address and a phone number. Pacific Daylight Time through via Zoom. License exams to be decided. So that's a great opportunity to learn, to study for your technician's course right here. Now, missing the northern lights near you, the biggest storm may be yet to come. So, there's going to be some more activity coming up with this here. And it looks like somebody got his first QSL card from the ISS. That's awesome. And then again, there's for tonight's show, and that's it from here for tonight. So, just a couple other updates that I want to pass to you guys here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that right here. I know what. There's something else that I want to share with you guys. Back in 2017, I started my very first YouTube channel, and that was called Build a Technology Reviewer. And it's kind of sat dormant for about 4 years. Okay. Because obviously I'm doing ham radio basics. I'm doing my drone channel, Build a Drone Reviewer. I have Tundra Nation Basics. I also have Florida Panthers Den. I'm a big Florida Panthers fan, and I also have a Pleasing Sounds channel with relaxing and soothing videos. And this one just kind of got pushed to the back of the burner here. And I thought, you know what? I do a lot of product reviews, and a lot of product reviews centered around drone accessories, but I get a lot of offers to review like electronic screwdrivers. I'm having a battery sent to me to review for the ham radio channel. I'm also going to have a cordless leaf blower that someone's going to send me to review. And I said, why not? So I'm going to get started. So I'm going to drop a link here for this. And if you guys, please go ahead and subscribe to it. There's some I put 2 brand new videos are out there, and I'm going to redo the intro this weekend. It's going to be about a minute. It won't take me that long to do that. But the original purpose for Build a Technology Reviewer was I saw a lot of reviews back in the day. This is back about 7 years ago when I created the channel, but they were like 10, 15, 20 minutes long. And I thought, I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep it succinct. I wanted to keep it, anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. I didn't want to get real long. And that's why I ended up starting the channel. And I did. And back in the day, I did a lot of smartphones. We took a lot of look at that. There's some early drone videos on here. I did a lot of cross threading as far as videos are concerned. A lot that you see here will be on Build a Drone Reviewer, and they're archived. They're older, of course, but still, it really kind of honed my craft through the years and being able to put some great videos together. But I got 2 brand new ones out there. One on a Mavic 3 simultaneous battery charger, and another one is on a action camera battery charger. Again, a simultaneous charger. And they're both by the same company, and they both work very well. And I have them out there. And what I do at the end of the year, and what I'm going to do if things start ramping up with Build a Technology Reviewer, I'm going to have a holiday giveaway, and I'm going to give some of these things away. Some of the, like these chargers and some of these other accessories. And of course, divvy that up between channels here. I'm going to have a lot to give away for ham radio this year. I have a lot of swag bags that I was going to hand out at Hamvention. They're all set. They're all ready to go. So we're going to do that around the holidays. We're going to have some fun with that. I may do like 2 giveaways around there. So, and I have some HTs that we're going to give away too. And of course, my ham radio prep passes as well, that I really like giving those away. But no, when you get a chance, subscribe to this channel. It's real Build a Technology Reviewer. I dropped the link in the description. Go ahead out there. There's a lot of content. What I'm doing is I'm siphoning off some recent content, and I'm going to get it out there because I can get some great content out there quickly for you guys. That's what I did with these 2 videos. There's going to be plenty more. It doesn't take me a long time to do that. So if you guys get a chance, subscribe to it. I think you're going to be surprised. I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to throw some battery reviews out there. I'm going to throw some HT reviews out there. Nothing. I'm going to cross thread from Ham Radio Basics as well. There'll be some things out there. So be sure to go ahead and subscribe to it. I may actually put some unique content. Now, what else I'm going to do with Build a Technology Reviewer is this. We're going to try out starting next month, once a month. I'm also going to do a simulcast between Ham Radio Basics on this channel and on Build a Technology Reviewer. We're going to do a simulcast as well with that. And I'm also going to do once a month a simulcast with Build a Drone Reviewer and Build a Technology Reviewer. So be looking forward to that. There's a lot of exciting things. And I figured, a lot of this is interchangeable. And I really like, most of my channels are centered around technology, and it makes it real easy to do that transfer between the channels. So, but yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this, and I want you guys to have fun too. My idea is not to get out there and make a killing, but of course, if you guys want to subscribe and help the channel out, I'm always open to that. But the real purpose is I want to share technology. I think technology is wonderful. I think it's a lot of fun, and I wanted to go ahead and just get this going again. I got the logos. You saw I got the logos have been updated from what they were. I'm going to update the intro video. And some of the other stuff that was out there for a while, I'm calling it classic. So not to confuse people with current information that's out there. So, but yeah, that's where we're going with that. Very interesting. We were supposed to have a drone be released on yesterday, the DJI Neo. Well, came and went, and nothing from DJI on that. And then today, they end up talking about another drone that's supposed to be coming out, the DJI Air 3S, and they're throwing pictures of that out there. So, we're not finding out, it's exciting. Something's coming. So we'll find out. And, and it's kind of nice because there's some talk about drones coming out amidst this talk of a DJI drone ban here in the United States. So we'll find out what's going on with that. I don't know. We're just, too much negativity. I just don't really, and I don't get it, and I don't understand it, and I don't even want to go there with that. I really don't. But no, there's not. I covered the 6200 is out. Was something. I think if it's right for you, it just wasn't right for me. It just didn't. It's what was not my cup of tea. It worked fine. It did what it was supposed to do. Okay. I know a lot of people have found some faults with it already. It has a great display. Some of the positives, I'm going to close with some of the positives on the 6200. It had a fantastic display. Its display was absolutely stellar. It was better than the 6100 because I'd had a 6100 for a while. The display was much better. The battery never got hot. It got warm, but it never got hot like the 6100 did. It has that additional battery that came with it, which is fantastic. I mean, that's gold, and it was user serviceable. You don't have to take screws to take the back off to change the battery, plop in, plop out like a 705, which is fantastic. Okay. One of my things that I'm not real keen on is their menu system, and not because it's so deep. It's not a deep menu system, but you have to turn the dial and then you have to push in. Okay. And it's not a touch screen. And that's one of the things for me with the 705 versus that. That's what sets the 705 apart. It has that touch screen, and that really makes a big difference. When you're switching bands, when you're fine tuning, just a whole host of things. The menu system on there is fantastic. I got to say this: ICOM has a fantastic menu system on the 705, 7300. it's stellar. They do a great job on that. Okay, that's one of the reasons I gravitate towards ICOM, is because they really make it simple and easy to understand. Once you get the hang of it, I talked to Ray Novak when I was out at Hamcation this year up in Orlando. And he says, it's like, okay, for example, when you drive a certain brand of car, okay, and you get the same model, maybe a different flavor, but the controls are in the same place, okay, and you're familiar with things, okay. It's like, for example, I've had Toyotas for years, and a lot of things carry even from model to model. You find a lot of the accessories, you find a lot of the switches and everything. Granted, they're a lot, some are different, but for the most part, everything's in the same place, and it really kind of works out that way. So, yeah, but for me, 6,200 is right for some people. I would encourage that. The positives, like I said, that battery did not overheat. It had a very crystal clear display. I thought the microphone worked well. That was not an issue for me. It was easy to hook up. I have no problems with that whatsoever. And I ran on an external battery. I ran 8 watts. I didn't run 5. I ran 8 watts, and I was still having a time getting through to people. Oh, David, welcome. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Appreciate that. I'm talking about the 6,200, David. I just want to get you up to date. I had it, did a couple of videos on it, and I just ended up selling it. It's just, for me, it just didn't have the punch that I needed, even on a QRP kind of radio. And that's why, I'm going to be sticking with the 705 for my QRP radio. It's just, it works. Okay. It just works. And, and I know Zygo had some issues with a firmware update, bricking it. And I didn't even touch the firmware update. Well, that's another thing that they've improved, and it's a positive, is you can do them, you can hook it up to your Wi-Fi on your local area network, and you can do your software updates via Wi-Fi, which is nice. Okay. But I never did the firmware update for that. Never did, because I had heard there were some problems. Some of them were getting bricked, and I didn't even want to come close to doing that. So didn't even touch that. Didn't even touch that. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, each to his own. The X60 is coming out on the 24th from ICOM. I think it's going to be some kind of it's probably going to be a lot along the lines of a flex radio, software defined radio. Pricey. Yeah, I think it's going to be pricey. But it's going to be interesting to see. It's, we saw what's under, we know what's under the hood. Now we're going to see what it physically looks like in a form factor. And, my guesstimate, and this is just me, okay, because obviously it has to get FCC approval before it would be able to be sold in the United States. And my guess, we probably won't see it till Hamvention 2025. That's just off the top of my head. If I were to offer and venture a guess in the United States here, of course, it's going to be available in Japan. But, for us here in the United States, my guess is it'll probably be around maybe May of 2025. And that seems to be the right kind of a timetable. I think that's the way it was when they announced the 905. I think that's kind of the rough outline of time frame for when it became available after it came out. So I think that's roughly how that goes. So, but I just wanted to get everybody up to date on that. I thought that's important that that's coming out on the 24th. I'm going to put a video together on what it is and get that out there to show you guys and find out what the options are and go over that, and maybe some pricing and initially and some specs, and to see how everything gelled from what we saw back at Hamvention that was in their display booth. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of a radio it is, and what it costs. I think that's going to be the number one thing for a lot of people, is to see how much that's going to cost. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun, and that's going to be on the 24th. Now, it's probably going to happen. See, because Japan's over the international date line, so it's going to happen, while we're sleeping, and we'll probably find out sometime Saturday morning about that. So that's going to be be real interesting. So, that's some news. Also, the ICOM ID52A Plus. Okay, we saw there's two versions, and I have a video out about that. And if you guys get a chance to watch it, Gigaparts has them on sale. Well, they're available for sale, and there's a $50 price difference between the two. In the the LE, it's a limited edition. It comes in that real nice case, and it has a leather strap with it, and it comes in a metallic color. Those are pretty much the differences between the two radios. Spec wise, they're exactly the same. I know the limited edition radio is going to be available at the end of August, according to Gigapart's website. Watch my video. And the other one, the Plus, is going to be available in September. And again, there's a $50 price. The Plus is $50 less than the LE. And the LE, you get the leather strap, the nice box, and a metallic color on it instead of like a gray color, metallic grayish color on it. So, well, that's all I got for tonight. I want to thank you guys. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, he did. I did see that. I did see that. Well, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking time out of your week to stop by and watch Ham Radio Basics for a half hour. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This is great. Each and every week, have a lot of fun putting these updates together. And I think it's relevant. And I'm gonna get some more guests, have them come on. I'm thinking about having Walt on again, because I absolutely love what he does with his channel and where he's going. He's a fantastic guest, and he's one of my favorite people out there. So, and definitely you want to take a look. He's put out a couple more videos, and he's saying HF conditions are going to get better for us. So, that is definitely some good news. But thank you all so much. Make sure a couple of things. Build a Technology Reviewer, if you can get out there and subscribe to that. There's going to be content coming out there. There's going to be ham radio content coming out there. So you want to definitely watch that. And then my latest video I did on the ICOM ID52A Plus, a lot of information. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes, but it has a lot of information from Gigaparts on how to order them, if that's something that you're interested in. So definitely watch those, like, comment, subscribe. It helps. I'm on the cusp of being monetized, so every little thing helps. And like I said, the biggest thing is I appreciate each and every one of you taking your time out of your week to tune in to us. It's great. Have a great rest of your week. As always, guys, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7 threes, everybody.